Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna play Killjoy on Fracture. Today is day 36 of playing every agent on every map. And we actually have the first change of maps. Ascent and Sunset are out. And right now Fracture and Lotus are back in. I really like Lotus, I really like Fracture, and I'm kind of glad that Ascent is gone, even though it is a pretty fun map to play. Ascent was just in for way too long, and I'm so happy that I don't have to play Ascent anymore in Premiere. Other than that, since Fracture is out again, and Fracture hasn't been in the map pool for a really long time, I'm gonna put out a smokes guide on how to place each one of the smokers in the game right now, how to place their smokes on Fracture. This video is gonna come out later today, and I really hope you guys go watch it so you know where the best smokes are placed and which smokes are really good on Fracture. Today's agent Killjoy is one of my two favorite characters to play on this map. The other character being Neon, but Neon is a duelist and there's not really that much to it. But Killjoy has really good information tools. She kind of suffers to Tejo being that strong right now, but I think as soon as Tejo gets nerfed and his signature ability doesn't kill the Killjoy ult anymore, Killjoy is going to be a must pick on this map. And she is just, in my opinion, way better than Cypher. Yes sir, I got my immortal body, let's go. Before we get into the video, I'm gonna show you this insane game clutch.
No fucking way.
After that, you have to like it sub. So go down there, sub, even leave a comment to see more of what I play or what my teammates play in ranked, and to get more guides. But I'll let you to the video now. Starting off with A-side defense. A-side defense is pretty easy. You have this entrance right here. This entrance right here you need to worry about, and drop. To worry about main, you can use a alarm bot right here. Use swarm grenades right here and right here. If a chat tries to dash in the swarm grenades, you can pop the swarm grenades. The bot is gonna go after her and you have a free time killing her. And then you can use a turret either up here to have information over drop. Another really good defender setup is a setup where you place a molly right here. You walk up to this wall and then aim at the lower ledge. It lands on top of this ledge right here. And then place another molly right here. And an alarm bot right in the middle. If the enemies are walking in, trying to go safe here or safe here, they're gonna take a lot of damage through this setup like this. And you can hold them from up here, can push them from here, or even push them from under here. As soon as your alarm bot goes off, you peek out, and you do a lot of damage to the people trying to come in. Or a turret right here, facing this direction to get information over anyone coming out here. You yourself are gonna then play either drop up here, and hold the people. If they're trying to come in, you kind of deny them one way to enter. And if they're coming in main, you can then just pop off mollies. And they're going to take a lot of damage, and you can stall them out for a longer amount of time, and your team has more time to rotate. Other options you have is to use a alarm bot right here, and then use a molly in this close corner, and one more right here. And then use a turret either here close, and play here yourself, and then peek on the turret, because the turret is gonna take contact later than you are. And you have information over drop through your alarm bot. So if the turret shoots, you peek, and then you go back. This is kind of risky though, because it's hard for a Killjoy to get out of this spot right here. You can also play it from over here, but you then need to worry about people coming door. You can also play topside. It's even riskier for the door in main, but if you have a teammate holding it, and if they're not like smoked off or anything, this is really good, because the enemies have to peek out, and then you can peek at the same time as your turret shoots. To make this even better, to peek from top here, you can place the turret all the way in the corner, and they gotta go out pretty far. Their aim is gonna be on the turret, and you're gonna have some free kills just peeking out and getting the kills, and then you can even fall back, hold from here, and not even really focus on drop, because drop is your alarm bot. If they're coming in there, you can pop your mollies, and you have a lot of damage on the people coming in. Another third option is to play for a retake with a turret right here, a alarm bot right here, so the people can cross over, and then you wait in heaven on top of these boxes. If the door is open, you need to worry about the door, but if it isn't open, you can worry about drop and pick up the people from there. If they are coming in, and then they see your turret, you can just hide in this corner, then they're gonna see your turret. They're gonna be distracted by it, and you can go in front, peek them, get some free kills. It is kind of risky, but it is worth trying sometimes, especially if you have your ult. You can then go here on the retake and ult from here. You then only need a molly in this corner, either like this, or use other util. You can also pre-place that molly, by the way. It might get shot though, so it's not really that reliable, but you can pre-place it in this corner, then pop the molly, and anyone on site is going to be detained and they have to go back, and you get a lot of space for your team. The other option for a Killjoy ult is right here, but to get here it takes a lot of teamwork, and this spot right here is just in general a pretty bad spot, especially if the enemies are coming from drop, or if they have somebody lurking from drop, they can destroy the Killjoy ult pretty quickly. One last play you can do if you're on an eco is to use your turret right here, place an alarm bot in main. Don't even use any mollies, you just need that alarm bot for information, and then you yourself play up here in this corner. You gotta worry about main, but as soon as your turrets start shooting, you can then jump over and do damage to the people close here. Or you play close here with the shotgun. In the beginning of the round, your alarm bot is gonna be off though, so you need to worry about that. Get a kill, try to run back, but this is pretty risky. I wouldn't recommend to do that on a Killjoy. Just wait close here, as soon as your turret shoots, you peek, and you do a lot of damage to them. Switching over towards B. B is the place where I usually play. You used to be able to hold all of B with just one single turret placed up here in this corner, because it looks right here. It also looks main, so if anyone is walking out main, you're gonna get the information, and you're gonna get the information if anyone walks out here, if there's not a smoke right here. This turret is really good, but it can also get destroyed pretty easily. You can combine that turret with a alarm bot right here. Molly's right here close in the corner, and one more molly here. This is especially good if they have a sage, because if they have a sage, they're usually gonna wall out right here. And anyone in here trying to go in is gonna get hit by the mollies, and it's gonna take a lot of damage. I've got a couple of kills off of that, and it is in general pretty good to stall the enemies out. You yourself can then play either up here and peek on your turret's contact as soon as your turret shoots towards this side. You're gonna hear it if there's steps right here. You can then peek out, get some kills and go back. Or even play down here, and as soon as your turret shoots, peek out the people that are coming up close and get some free kills. Something that is also really good, I'm gonna show you more about that on attack though, is to play here if you have a Killjoy ult and play here with somebody. So you can push down here, focus on the players coming from this side, and then take under. Because in under you have the best Killjoy ult in the whole game. If you ult right here, you have all of sight, a big spot in towards CT, and nobody can play on site. They gotta go main, and you can just hold them from here. Even combine that with a smoke somewhere around here, and it's gonna be really hard for the enemies to destroy that ult. Like this, you're gonna detain them on site, or they gotta go into main, and you have a 3-time defusing. This is one of the few instances where I actually promote aggression on Killjoy, so play aggressive on defense, because this ult is just way too strong, and it is really hard to destroy, unless the enemy team has a Tejo, which can destroy the Killjoy ult with his signature ability, which I think is pretty stupid, and I'm like 90% sure it's gonna get nerfed. Other things you can do to get early information if they try to take the B orb is a turret right here, and a alarm bot over here. You can combine that alarm bot with either a molly right here, and then hide behind here, and as soon as your alarm bot goes off, you can pop the molly and then peek into the people running away. Or you can do the same thing as I just showed you before, hide up here, as soon as your alarm bot goes off, you pop the molly and then peek. Or you can even play close here with a stinger or a shotgun, and as soon as your alarm bot goes off, you peek, try to get a kill. This is pretty good on eco rounds, because your main is protected by your turret, and if they're gonna come here, you're gonna have some free kills. If nobody is here, I recommend you take this orb, because this is the most defender-sided orb on this map, and farming orbs is really good on a Killjoy. Her ult takes a lot of ult orbs to get, but it is also a pretty strong ult, so I recommend you farm ult orbs on attack and on defense on Killjoy on Fracture, because Fracture has 4 ult orbs. That means you get about half of your ult if you plant and get all 4 ult orbs. There is one last pretty defensive Killjoy setup, and it goes something like this. You use your turret in this corner right here, and you use your alarm bot close here. You yourself play either in up here and hold close here if they're coming up the rope, and just hold that. If your turret is shooting on site, that means you gotta worry about here. You can get pushed from two sides, that's kind of the dangerous part, but this is really good on eco rounds because it is really hard to clear out here up here. And it is in general pretty good to use that with a stinger. As soon as your turret shoots, you can then peek the people in main and go back, and even use mollies like this so they can push you, and then focus more on the people over here. Your alarm bot gets out information on people pushing up here, and you yourself can then just hold rope and you have information over all of the site. You gotta tell your teammate though, this right here is open, so they can go through canteen in towards defender spawn, but it usually doesn't happen like this because most of the times the people are not gonna go in towards spawn. Switching over towards attack. On attack, your main purpose is to hold flank. You can do that with a turret either up here, to hold a B flank if they're trying to take B, and then you go with your team, even go through the door right here, and place your alarm bot up here if your team has cleared it out already, to have information over that if somebody drops out. And then as soon as your alarm bot pops, you walk close to the door opens, and you get a free kill. You can also do something like this, take the ult orb, your shit is gonna be off for a couple of seconds, and then go back. Like that you can farm ult orbs and you can get your ult pretty quickly. You can then go in front of here and use your mollies either right here on the spike, or use it to clear out the upper part right here with a molly like this one. It isn't really a precise lineup, but it does a lot of damage. Other things you can do on attack on A is to use your turret in main and use an alarm bot for behind, or even use it right here, because an alarm bot like this covers the door. If somebody walks in here, the alarm bot is gonna detect him. If somebody comes from here, the alarm bot is gonna detect them too. And you yourself play in main, wait for them to push, and then just play post plant with your mollies, or even spraying through these boxes. If you want to plant for main, I'd recommend a plant right here. This is really easy to defend from right here, and you can then just either throw the mollies, it isn't too precise, just throw them around where the spike is, and then just spam through the wall right here, or through the smoke right here, and even hide behind this box and spam through. This is a pretty good post plant. There's nothing really the enemies can do to get you out of main, unless they push it from right here with like 3-4 peoples and a lot of flashes. And in general, this post plant right here from main is pretty good. Let's say you're attacking from dish. You can use a turret either up here in this corner or on top. It doesn't really matter, it covers the same amount of space, but you can't really move that far with a turret like this. I recommend to use this turret to just take the orb right here, and you have a flank from A. To take the orb, farm it, and then go back. This orb is pretty easy to take for attackers too, because most of the times nobody contests that orb. The other way to use your turret to watch flank is one turret right here, and then you go with your team, take this orb right here. You should always be the guy farming the orbs, and then go towards site and use a alarm bot on site right here to have information over anyone coming in, and you yourself can then stay up here. Always let your duelists and initiators or even smokes go first. You are the Killjoy, you're here to watch flank, and you're here to play post plant and in the clutch. You can then use your mollies either off of this wall right here, so they land close here, and damage the people if you have planted close here at this wall, but it isn't too precise of a molly, so it doesn't hit them all the time. Or the god plant on this map is, by the way, on top right here, because it is open to almost anything. You can play post plant from here, play post plant from here, play post plant from main. It is such an open spot, but it's really hard to get a plant down here. If you plant it up here though, you can drop down from drop right here, get on top of this, and then just use mollies like these. They land on top of the god's plant, and you can defend the spot right pretty easily. Other things you can do is drop down right here if you plant behind the pillar in main. Use mollies like these and like this, and then go back up. Let the enemies go in here, fight them right here, because it is a pretty good spot to fight, and it's pretty hard for them to get you out of here unless they smoke. And then pop these mollies as soon as you're trying to defuse. Like that, they have no spot on site where they can plant, and you usually plant it right here. And each of the mollies deters them from defusing, and they're pretty hard to shoot both because they're either gonna come from here, see this molly and destroy it, or they're gonna come from here and see this molly and destroy this one, and you still have one more left. If you want to use a Killjoy ult on A, I'd recommend you go all the way in front to this corner and use it here. But in general, on this map, you want to Killjoy ult on B. This ult is good, it clears all of sight, it clears a good amount of drop, and it clears all of link and the most part of the rope up here. And it is a pretty good ult to take a lot of space, but I still recommend to use your ult on B. Let's switch over to B. On B, you can use a God turret, like this one, where you place it up here. It watches all the way back to the exit right here, so you have a really early information on somebody flanking. After that, you can take the orb, and then even go under and focus on the people trying to either flank you, or help your team trying to take this space right here, and just hold up here for flankers. You can also go side with the team. Use a alarm bot either here or here close if you have taken side. Or even use one close here if they're trying to go for the defuse. This plant right here is the best, by the way. This plant right here is the safest. And if they are trying to go for the defuse, you can throw either a molly up here or on top. The molly on top is really hard to shoot, but they're sometimes gonna see it and they're gonna destroy it. The molly up here damages anyone trying to defuse. The molly down here does the same thing. And this molly right here also does the same thing. If you plant it back here, the enemies are gonna struggle to defuse. This alarm bot is pretty good to know if somebody's walking in over here, up the stairs, or over here. It doesn't cover the walk up over this small ramp over here, but it is still a pretty good alarm bot to take information on the people coming upstairs. If you are coming from the other side, you can use a turret either in this corner right here, or one on top of this rock right here. It covers all of flank. You get a pretty early information on somebody flanking, and you also get information if somebody has pushed, for example, B main and trying to go tunnel behind you. This turret would shoot them, but it shoots them pretty late, so you always gotta be careful about that. And if you don't place it fully right, because as you can see, the line is pretty close right here. If they walk out at the right side right here, it could be that your turret doesn't see it. Then again, most important part of Killjoy Ult Fracture is to farm ult orbs. Try to take every ult orb you can, try to get every plant you can. Sometimes you can't really go towards the side to plant because of obviously your turret's going down. So just try to take as many kills or as many ult orbs as you can by defusing the spike, planting the spike, and farming ult orbs. You can then use a alarm bot right here to get information over anyone trying to push through arcade or out gem towards side. And you yourself are gonna play here, peek on your alarm bot or peek on your teammate's contact and focus on the people right here. The spot right here is pretty strong because the people have to go through here unless they all flank from a main. But this spot right here is really good. You can then just peek out, get a kill, and then go back. By the way, for the lineup nerds, I used to have lineup on this map, but I don't remember them because this map has been out of the comp pool for that long. And I also remember the lineups not being too precise, and they sometimes landed on top of these ledges right here. I don't recommend to have lineups on this map because most of the times you can just throw a molly right here, and it is pretty easy to just get the mollies on top of the spike in post plant. Lineups are most of the times not really worth it. I'd only recommend to go search for lineups if you are either playing in a semi-professional team or like Premier to clear out certain angles, but in general I don't think it's worth to have Killjoy lineups on this map. Now let's switch over to the only reason why you would play Killjoy on this map, or to the best reason to why you play Killjoy on this map. The Killjoy ult under B, I already showed you that one on defense, is right here, and it covers so much space. If you use this ult though, you gotta be careful and send some teammates over towards here, so they hold the under push. Because the enemies has to push either up here to get out of the ult, push towards CT to get out of the ult, or push main to get out of the ult. There's no other spot where they can get through. Have at least one, maybe two teammates hold this push right here. They should hide, wait for the enemies to walk down, kill them from the back, or hold them from getting out of the ult. Another really good thing you can use with a Killjoy ult combined is, as soon as you ult, wait for like 5 seconds to be left of the Killjoy ult, and then ult with a Brim CT right here. The enemies are gonna wait here for the ult to pop, and they're gonna be in the middle of the Killjoy ult if they run out of the Brim ult that is coming right here, or they're gonna take a lot of damage. Most of the people are gonna come in here pretty late, and you're gonna either detain all of them or do a lot of damage with the Brim ult to them. I've seen rounds where I gotten 4 people detained and 1 kill with the Brim ult, and it is just an insane ult combi if you have a Brim ult and a Killjoy ult on the side. You can probably also use it with Techo's signature ability to throw mollies right here, or like his rockets right here, and do a lot of damage too. Or just in general, any damaging ability that can land here. In general, it is only a Brim ult and Techo's abilities, because there's no lineups that land right here. But it is a really insane ult combination, and you're gonna win your round almost guaranteed if you have a Brim ult and a Killjoy ult on B sides on Fracture. By the way, the Brim ult and Killjoy ult combi is a combo I think I came up with. It could be that some other people also came up with it, or somebody else I was playing with came up with it. But it is an insane combination, and it is really good because also Brim is one of the most played smokes agents on this map. And talking about smokes, later today I'm gonna make a video about how to place smokes on this map. A simple video where I show every smoker on this map and where to place smokes. Nothing else, just smokes, because the map hasn't been in rotation for a long amount of time, and I've had somebody asking in my comments where the best smokes are and where to place them. If I had to give Killjoy a rating on Fracture, I'd give her the A tier. Only A tier right now because Techo's signature ability can kill a Killjoy ult with just his signature ability. And she doesn't have both like map-wide information on attack, but on defense, Killjoy is probably the strongest sentinel there is, and she can hold down a site by herself. I remember the times when Fracture used to be in a map pool before it came in back, where I said to my team, I play B alone and the rest of the team plays A, and we won those games pretty easily because B is just so easy defendable as a Killjoy, and you can be such a pain in the ass for the enemies to take you out. I've gotten at least 1 or 2 kills almost every round, and Killjoy is a really, really good agent on this map. The only thing Cypher has over a Killjoy right now is the map-wide information on defense and on attack, because his trips don't go down in any case. I really recommend you start playing Killjoy on this map if you want to win more of your games, but always be aware if the enemies have a Techo. Bait out his signature ability before you use your Killjoy ult, else your Killjoy ult is gone and you wasted 9 ult orbs for basically nothing. By the way, as soon as Techo gets nerfed, the Killjoy is going to be the S tier, because in my opinion Killjoy is the best sentinel on this map, and she just has such a great information and defensive pool that she is a must play on this map, and her ult is by far the strongest ult in all of the game on Fracture. That would be it from me. If you have any questions or suggestions which agents I should play next, write them down in the comments. And if you want to see anything else Valorant related, write them down in the comments as well. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. And come say hi to me on Twitch. I have a little internal like rivalry between Twitch and YouTube, because I kind of want to see which one grows faster. So far Twitch is behind, because I only have 314 followers on Twitch. And I have way more followers and subs on YouTube. I'm around at 400 right now. But I'm so thankful for your support. You guys are the best. I really hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and see you guys very soon. Bye!